guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, as you guys read by the title, I am just going to be chit-chatting with you, talking to you guys about how my second trimester has been. So I've entered the third trimester, right? I'm 28 weeks, right? And we're in the home stretch, you guys. We're in the home stretch. More or less 12 weeks to go. Could be sooner, could be further. And I'm pretty excited to meet my baby. I'm pretty excited. So if you haven't seen, I did do a first trimester recap, so I would link that video in the cards above, in the description, and on the end screens at the end of this video, so you guys can look at that video and then look at this one, just in case you want to see how my personal pregnancy has been, or you want to see how pregnancy is. Everybody is different. Not everybody goes through the same thing. Some people have it easier, some people have it harder. This is just my experience, and I've been documenting my journey and just sharing it with you guys. So if you guys would like to see more, then just keep on watching.
Come vibe with me, come laugh with me, subscribe to Jaylanas, subscribe to Jaylanas, yeah.
Right, so if you guys remembered from my first trimester video, I was speaking about how I was vomiting a lot. And when I began the second trimester, now the second trimester, that is month 4, 5, and 6, which takes place from 14 weeks to 27 weeks. That's your second trimester, right? When I began my second trimester, I was so ready for the vomiting to stop, because they say the first trimester is the worst, and the second trimester is supposed to, the morning sickness is supposed to subside. The vomiting, listen, I used to vomit like 4 times a day, right? In total, my vomiting decreased, it was considerably less at around 4.5 months, right? At around 4.5 months, it was considerably less. I still would vomit here and there, but for the most part, I was able to eat again, because initially I couldn't really eat. Because everything used to make me feel sick, like literally everything used to make me feel sick. And I lost a total of 18 pounds, right? And the thing is, I was very concerned. I was like, okay, if I'm losing weight, is the baby getting nutrition? And I was reassured that yes, the baby is. And especially how I was actually overweight prior to pregnancy. And I was reading that when you're overweight, you have like stored fat and then the baby could feed off from, or something like that. But basically the baby takes whatever the baby needs from you, your bones, the baby takes what the baby needs, right? So it's up to you now to replenish that stuff, right? So once I heard that yes, the baby is fine, I was like, great. I had monthly checkups. So yeah, I had really bad heartburn. And I'm saying had because we are discussing the second trimester. We're not talking about the third, we're discussing the second trimester. So my heartburn started in the first trimester and it continued in the second trimester. It was terrible. I would take like 3 Tums. I'll keep drinking hot tea, and it just, like, hair used to be like, my throat would be on fire. Like if I ate like fried foods or anything, it would feel like extra spicy. And I would ask Michael, I was like, is that spicy or is it just me? And he'd be like, no, that's normal. Everything just tasted like spicy and used to like burn my chest, burn my throat. So yeah, I had a really bad heartburn. I also very weak, very dizzy. Like I would just like be like I'll be normal. I'll be talking to you now, and then next 2 minutes I'm like, I had a lot of occasions where I fainted. I fainted in Subway. I fainted in Massy stores. I fainted at my job. I fainted in the hospital, which brings me to my next point. I was hospitalized so many times, but I did videos on these major things throughout. So if you've been keeping up with my videos, then you would know this already. And if you haven't, I will link it in the description and in the cards, because I go into more detail in those videos. But basically, yeah, I would be good, and then all of a sudden, right? But eventually, gradually, like about 5 months, I would say, my appetite came back. I was able to eat. I was able to stomach food without throwing up. However, right, my appetite never came back as big as it was. So I eat a little bit. Like, I get full really quickly. Like, I will have an avocado sandwich, right, which is 2 slices of bread, toasted, bless you, right, some avocado, lettuce, tomato, and some salad dressing and salt, and I would be full, like full. That'll be my lunch, and I'll be full, right? And I wouldn't eat again until dinner time. I have to tell you how my appetite drastically decreased. Prior to pregnancy, I had such a huge appetite, which is why I packed on so many pounds and got overweight, because I was breastfeeding like 24/7. Jaden was like hooked on the breast. That was his preferred meal. So to meet the demands of breastfeeding, I used to be eating all the time. I used to be hungry all the time, and I used to be tired all the time. So I used to be eating on the bed. I used to be eating and sleeping, you know. So all those things led to my weight gain. So now that when I lost the 18 pounds, I was so happy because my face slimmed down. You know, I really like how I look pregnant right now. I got back my complexion. That's the next thing with this pregnancy. I got back my complexion because I got really dark after making, while making Jaden and after making Jaden, I had gotten really dark. So eventually I put on 6 pounds, right? When I first started back eating, I gained 6 pounds, right? And then after that, I gained 1 pound a month. So in total, I gained back 8 pounds, right? So I am still 10 pounds lighter than before I was pregnant. Imagine that. So like when I go on I have the Baby Center app. When I go on the Baby Center app, they have a pregnancy weight gain calculator. It shows me as not gaining enough, right? But it's just because of all the vomiting, and I lost all that weight. But I am gaining, so, and the baby is very healthy, and he's actually big. Doctor said his legs are long, his stomach measuring bigger, right? So he's a big healthy baby. So I'll show you guys my stomach. It's really huge. It's really, really huge. So I also found out baby was a boy at 20 weeks, and I had a whole gender reveal video and everything like that. So that was exciting. And actually I was so surprised because I was convinced I was having a girl because of how drastically different this pregnancy was. My pregnancy with Jaden. Like with Jaden, I ate everything in sight. I worked up until the day before I got pregnant. The day before I delivered. The day I delivered, I was on my way to work, and then I started to get some pain, and I was like, Mike, let me just stop by Mount Hope, because I was living close to Mount Hope at that time. I was like, Mike, let me just stop by Mount Hope and see if by chance. And when they checked me, I was 3 centimeters dilated, and 2 hours later, I was 6 centimeters dilated. So I called work, and I was like, I'm not coming again. I can't have any baby. You know, so I was there in work the day before, right? This pregnancy, now I'm actually working from home, you know, and well, it's thanks to COVID that I get to work from home, because, you know, we're doing rotational staff and stuff. And I am able to do my job from home, you know, because my job involves a lot of calls and files. So I bring the files home and I set up shop here, and I do what I need to do right on my bed. Because what I've noticed is that I can't stand for long periods of time, and I can't walk for long periods of time, because I get really dizzy, really weak, and then I fall down. I faint. I've been feeling plenty movements, right? They say you start to feel the baby earlier with your second baby, and that was true. I unfortunately didn't record when I started to feel baby, but it was earlier than when I started to feel Jaden, because before I even found out the sex, I was feeling baby, and baby just kicked so strong and tough. He's like such a strong, powerful little baby, you know, honestly. I've been feeling plenty movements, which is always a great sign, right? leg pain. So one of the times when I was in the hospital and they were trying to figure out, you know, like, why am I fainting so much? Why am I fainting so much? They decided to do a Doppler ultrasound on my leg because I was having lots of leg pain in my right calf. And so they were concerned that I could have a blood clot. Thankfully, my results came back. And I'm gonna have 2 of them just now here. Thankfully, I really feel he's be telling me hush, you know, honestly. Thankfully, my results came back great, and I do not have any blood clots, praise the Lord, because that's a scary thing, you know. So basically, I was summed up to leg cramp. Baby center spoke about, you know, you would start to feel leg cramps and stuff. So yeah, I definitely get the leg cramps. I used to get that with Jaden as well. Like I used to wake up in the night crying, my leg just cramping, I couldn't move. I was like, oh my God, you know, like in real pain. And this pregnancy, it just started earlier because with Jaden, it started in the 3rd trimester. My underarms, oh my God, my underarms have gotten so dark. I hate it. With Jaden, between my breasts got dark, which I hated. It lightened up back with this pregnancy. I actually got eczema. I developed eczema from Jaden's pregnancy, and it only cleared up when I got back pregnant this round. My underarms have gotten so dark and I hate it and I'm so self-conscious about it, and I just try my best to like hide it in photos or try to edit it in photos, but I don't have like no Photoshop or nothing to like edit it properly, so I just try my best because I hate it. But I said, you know what, I'm going to try some DIY stuff to try to lighten it, and you know, I'll record my journey and look forward to that video in the future. Because I hate it, I really hate it. It's so unattractive, and I feel like I always have to wear clothes with sleeves. I'm only wearing this because of a video that I am currently in the process of doing, and that video you will see soon, and you would recognize the top and stuff. That is basically my 2nd trimester all summarized. So I'm 28 weeks now. I turned 28 weeks yesterday, and I am just like, I feel like I took so long to reach here, but I also feel like only 12 more weeks. Like, well, Jaden came at 38 weeks, so if this baby comes at 38 weeks, then only 10 more weeks. So definitely month 10 we'll go see about the hospital bag, so that we can be prepared, because I like to be prepared at 7 months, because you can have your baby from 7 months to 9 months. I prefer to have my baby at 9 months, you know, it's just safer. But I don't want to have my baby too late. 38 weeks sounds perfect to me. Jaden was born healthy, and I was out of the hospital the next day, so I don't mind a little 38 weeks again, right? But definitely leave any comments below, any questions you may have, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And of course, if you haven't seen my 1st trimester video, you guys can check it out. And I know you guys see me like doing my videos and stuff, and you know, putting out content, trying to make you laugh, dancing, doing all kind of stuff. But honestly, I be going through it, you know, I be going through it. But I'm telling you, I will gladly go through it for any of my children. If I have 20 children, I will go through it 20 times, right? Because I love being a mother. I love Jaden. I love this baby. And I just thank God for blessing me. And I pray every day against all bad outcomes, because it is a reality. And we have to be very careful and very prayerful. And you know, that's my advice to anyone who's pregnant. Keep praying against all the bad outcomes, against all the negativities, because there's so much things that can go wrong. Pregnancy, labor, delivery, it takes a toll on your body, and labor and delivery is a, you know, they say a 1 foot in 1 foot out, life and death kind of situation. And I am not looking forward to that, by the way. That is so scary. It was so scary with Jaden. It was painful. I thought for sure I was gonna dead. So I'm currently looking for volunteers to push the baby for me, push out the baby for me. So just DM me at Jaylanas on Instagram if you're willing to push the baby out for me. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye, guys.
Subscribe.